How you guys doing? Welcome to Cruel City Podcast. With us today we have Mr. Balls of Steel, SEKER. What's up, man? How you feeling, bro?
I'm good. How you doing, my G?
Who is SEKER?
Short term is just, I guess you'd say, a person that really don't give a fuck and is just out there looking for his own answers. The name kind of signifies itself. A lot of people might think it's SEKER, but it's actually SEKER.
Do you mind people calling you SEKER instead of SEKER?
At first, because it was like, oh, but after a while it just became whatever, you know? Like, the point is across.
How was your first encounter with graffiti?
I grew up like in the hood, and you see all the gang graph and like gang banging stuff all over the garages and everything. Yeah, you see it, but then like when I was a kid, I was driving with my parents and I looked out the window, seen some murals, saw some like, what is that? And then little by little, I just tried to imitate it into a notebook and discovered I could do letters.
Did you just start picking it up, right?
Yeah, little by little, it was just letters, like, I was just drawing squiggly lines. I was like, oh, look, I made an A. Oh, look, I made a R out of squiggly lines and just kind of put it all together.
So it was not like nobody like was in your circle putting you on with graffiti, right?
I actually thought I discovered it until I realized later on, like years later, I was like, oh shit, this is a thing. Like, oh fuck, I feel stupid, but
Was you doing it in school or not? Because I'm pretty sure you was young as fuck, right?
I started drawing it in like 4th grade. It was more of like just like infinite circles and different waves that eventually just made a letter in my mind. And
They'll just connect, right?
yeah, and it just clicked in my head like, oh, okay, this is kind of cool.
What was your first name you started with?
First name I had was probably the toyest thing you could think of, just because by the time I started like getting into writing out in the streets and shit, I guess like getting up was already a game. And I just took the name Train and rode with it for like a couple months, and I was like, this ain't it. Came up with SEKER and just rode with it. Like, did one fill in like some low-key spot, and I was just like, this ain't it. I'm just gonna go find my own thing, you know?
How long did it take you to find SEKER?
After Train, probably, I don't know, a couple months. Just kind of like not knowing what I'm doing and just hanging out with the homies and just trying to find myself.
Why SEKER?
The letters made sense too, like where it was like, proportioned, and it was like, oh, I could do a lot with this, just like looking at it, There was a lot of things, and then the E's were like kind of balancing, so it was like, yeah, I think I can fuck with this.
What's the story behind the style?
Cali definitely inspired me, a lot of the shit inside of myself. The way I even look at my style, I guess I just call it like selfish and wicked, I'm selfish and I'm just like a little bit of a nutcase, so it's...
Does it always look the same, or do you always tweak it?
I try to do the same thing, but it never really comes out the same way. I guess it just goes the way I'm feeling that day or whatever. Yeah, it's the same structure, it's just, it changes just with whatever, I guess, like feeling and flow that I'm going with throughout the, whenever I'm painting it. Yeah, some of them come out cleaner, so I like some of them, and other of them I just like, this ain't it. I hate it. I hope this gets buffed like the next morning. I don't want to ever see it. I don't even want to come get a picture of it.
Crazy thing you be doing billboards, bro, like some highest billboards.
I just be trying to do that shit. Like, I go and I be like, oh, fuck it. No one's done this. This is a dope, high-ass climb. Fuck it,
base it on your style, do you have any type of steps you go by?
I paint backwards compared to a lot of people. I'll do like the outline, then I'll shadow it, or background it, and then I do like my fill-in last. And like, for me personally, it just makes it easier because I could get the lines and like, I could fuck with it the way I want it to. It doesn't look generic. To me, it looks like it's coming off of the, whatever I'm painting on, you know?
What are your go-to colors?
Yellow and purple. If you know what you're doing with purple, you can basically make every color fuck with it and it looks raw. Like the baby blues and the purple, orange and purple, like you could do a lot with it. It's an alternative to black, so.
How you go by when you present yourself? Do you tell people straight up you're SEKER?
Nah, I hate giving out my government name, but I don't even be wanting to be like, oh, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm such and such person, and I just be like, oh, I'm whatever, you know? I just try to keep that shit straight up in the dark, you know? If you know me, you know me. If you don't, then I'll still be a mystery.
Yeah, that's a good thing. That's how you keep your enemies in suspense. And friends. I mean, you never know at this point, bro, who's your friend. Do you believe in that? Like,
Who's your friend, who's your enemy?
yeah, type of shit.
The old school code is, you know, keep your friends close and your enemies closer, you know? Your enemies remain the same, your friends always change, so, you know, it's a matter of a perspective and realistic, you know, reality. There's no right answer, no wrong answer to that.
To you, what's graffiti?
And going out and expressing yourself, you know, but with a can of paint or whatever you can find your way to get the message across. Does it have to be your name? Nah, it could be a symbol, it could be a representation of who you are. As long as you're getting your point across, what's there to argue about, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, we all started off as toys, so there's no like saying like, yo, he's a toy, like he should stop.
How you fight that? How you fight being a toy?
Getting your point across, like, yo, I'm here to get up. I'm not here to, you know what I'm saying, for the critic.
Even if you get crossed, you gotta like keep pushing it or what?
Yeah, of course, you know what I'm saying? Like, some people ain't even gonna leave their name when they cross you. Whatever, that's on them, but, you know, like.
911, what's your emergency, please?
How do you feel about the graffiti rules and the beef that comes with it?
You know, in Chicago, it's a little bit different. You know what I'm saying? I think people take it a little bit more personal.
Yeah.
You know, once you kind of leave outside of the city, then you kind of see that it's just like, yo, you know, a lot of people do go based off of what the graph rules, and maybe Chicago has different graph rules compared to others, you know what I'm saying, other states and other countries. The way times change, it's like, how do we keep up with that? You know what I'm saying? If we were to keep following the rules of the past, we'd still only be trying to paint, steel, and
I'm pretty sure everybody will have the same style.
at that point, you know, or, you know what I'm saying? Like, I think beef and everything just kind of, it does good for people because it makes people realize like, yo, either this dude's, you know what I'm saying, maybe lining me out because I'm jocking his style, or this dude's, you know what I'm saying? Like, there's a lot of controversy between a lot of things where people are like, oh, this guy's biting me, so fuck it. Some people might feel honored by that, like, hey, dude, this dude's copying my style, you know? Some people will take it offensive, you know? At the end, it's like just kind of all a matter of perspective. Some people take it personal, some people are like, hell yeah, I'm leading the new gen, you know? Because as we're like, I ain't in my teens no more, you know? If I was in my teens, it's like, oh, who am I looking up to? You know, who am I gonna try to surpass? This and that, you know?
What would be one event that you'll never forget, graffiti wise or personal?
I'll keep it graph. My first meeting of styles back 2010. This is Crawford Steel. I'll keep the names out of it, but there was like some little tussle going on, some bleeding going on.
Oh shit!
Whole lot of chaotic stuff. I fucking fell in love with all the shit. I fell in love with it. I was just like, oh, it was the mashup all at once. It was just like, oh, hell yeah, you know, like, yeah, it ain't gangbanging and all that stuff, but like, it's like, it's at a steady peace level where it's like, oh, well, ain't nobody coming back shooting, even though this just happened and shit. It was all love. Years later, did they squash this shit? And from what they told me, they're cool. Yeah, fuck it, you know what I'm saying? They look back at that shit and just look back at this shit like whatever, it was what it was, but, and that, I find that shit like kind of part of the game is, you know, it's all love.
Being a Southside writer, do you see any difference when it comes to Northside graffiti?
100%. 100%. And this is just me because I grew up on the south side and, you know, my crew up north, and I used to be out going out north, and I'd be like, yo, the graph scene is like nowhere, like, even in comparison to what you guys got going. Y'all been carrying on this shit for, you know what I'm saying, 20 years, 30 years, and south side, I feel like it ain't even like been no events, no people coming together. It took me forever to find out like who the graph groups were and like, you know what I'm saying, crews and how shit worked, and just being out south, because I'm like kind of far out south, like I'm up on like 63rd, you know?
Yeah, even events are different, right?
Yeah, 100%. Like, yo, this year alone I went to Project Logan, and like that was my first time even like attending it, and it was like a whole different vibe to anything that I've ever been to out on the south side. Like,
what was the big difference of being in the north side?
I felt like it was just like all peaceful vibes, and it was just like all like, oh, this is more about like the art form and like just keeping the generations and like the culture going, compared to like the south side, where it was more of like knowing that, oh yeah, you know, you might have beef with certain people and you might run into them, and it's like it might get popping off right here and shit.
What's one lesson you have learned during this journey?
Always watch your back, because you don't know whoever creeping behind you. Funny story, I'll tell you why that one. And this is watching your front, because this one's fucked up. Alright, so I'm painting a fucking fill on the side of the fucking building on all south and shit, and it's broad daylight and shit, and I was probably like 16, yeah, I was probably like 16 or some shit, right?
Yeah.
I'm painting this big ass fill top to bottom, like probably like 10 feet across in the middle of the daytime on like Chicago Park District. But like right off the main street. As I'm painting it, the Chicago Park District people fucking come out, they roll up, they jump on the sidewalk, they start chasing me. Boom, there's a tennis court. I try to run through the tennis court just to like, all right, cool. While he tries to get me on the other side, I'm just gonna double back and run the other way, right? As I'm running to the tennis courts, you know, because it's all gated off, I run through a soccer game. In the middle of running through the soccer game, while all the soccer players decide to fucking tackle me.
No shit.
They all decide to tackle me. I like buked off one, buked off another. They're like holding me down till the fucking Park District dude gets there. The Park District dude gets there, fucking decides to grab me by my boxers, and like, it was just dumb, bro. It was just like, damn. Now, watch your back. I mean, dude, my homie was supposed to be watching my back. This is the lookout and shit.
Yeah.
Buddy ass fucking took off the other way. They never told us nothing. He ain't the homie no more for, you know what I'm saying? After
He ain't the homie no more.
Man, fuck that, bro. A nigga, I got locked up. Fuck you mean? Shit. You know, like, shit. So, but as I'm running through the front, you know, watch your front too, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, I got tackled by like 3 soccer players. These motherfuckers was like in their, I'm like 16, these motherfuckers like in their 20s and 30s. They're old bison motherfuckers, you know what I'm saying? Tackling a little ass dude, but alright, whatever, man. I got locked up, went to court. Chicago Park District got so mad when I beat that case. They tried to make me pay for everything I wasn't going, and rode it all the way through, and that was it. Sure.
Do you ever have a plan B just in case things go wrong?
I hope there ain't no plan B. I'm not trying to plan for no plan B. I know the vision, I know the outcome. It's just that plan A or nothing, you know?
This is my favorite part of the podcast, when we get to ask you some questions that people send us. And the first question is,
do you lift?
Man, I don't do the gym. I might do 20 push-ups once a month, bro. I ain't even gonna lie.
Did you ever fell from a billboard?
Nah. Rooftop, yes. Billboard, no.
what happened on that rooftop?
Slip coming down.
Oh, nobody was chasing you.
No, I just
you
slipped.
even finished it.
Yeah, I just slipped. I just fell, you know.
How high was it?
Probably like 20 feet.
Nothing, bro.
Nah, try to roll on your back, bro. Never put your arms out, just roll.
How do you feel about the end result?
I'm gonna go paint this. If I like it, fuck it. If I don't, then fuck it. But I'll decide up there, like, what my faith is, you know.
What have you learned by being a VTC member?
you know, if it wasn't for them, my life wouldn't be what it was today. You know, they showed me a lot of shit that a lot of people can't teach, you know?
Yeah.
And if they can't teach it, it ain't in this career, you know?
Yeah.
They taught me how to be what I am today, you know what I'm saying? You gotta be the ultimate hustler and the ultimate graphic, because if you mix both of it, you know what I'm saying, it's money management and marketing. If you could mix that both together, then guess what? You shoot them off to the stars, you know? If you put it in the right way, you know?
Do you fuck with freights?
I do and I don't. I'm not a big freight person. I'll do that shit just because there's a yard close to, like, you know, where I'm at, and like, oh shit, dude, we're gonna go paint some freights. Like, fuck it, I'll link up with the homies, you know what I'm saying? Like, the homies out in LA and shit, like, hey bro, we're gonna go hit a yard while I'm out there, then I ain't got nothing against it, you know what I'm saying? Like,
What's your favorite surface to paint?
the billboard, like, I guess the lanyard shit or whatever the fuck they fucking be printed that shit on, that shit, the paint goes on like butter. The bridges, like those like the walkouts and shit, paint goes on like butter, you know what I'm saying? Like, I like fresh shit, you know what I'm saying? I don't like painting brown wall. Like, yeah, the colors might stand out a lot, but like, yo, you know.
Is it the shoes?
Is it the shoes? Man, black Air Force Ones, bro. If you don't got the black Air Force energy, I don't know what to tell you. That's it. You know what I'm saying? You gotta have that black Air Force energy. Not just, the fresh ones. You gotta wear the beat ones too, so motherfuckers know you want business, man. Like, hey, you don't give a fuck, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying?
How do you feel about people doing those little ass billboards?
No disrespect to nobody, no, like, bro, but just letting y'all know, like, y'all think y'all going up to these little billboards, you know what I'm saying? Maybe taking like a 6-pack and doing something.
Yeah.
Y'all ain't doing nothing, man. And that's just me speaking 100. Like, bro, I'm walking up a 100-foot ladder with like fucking 20-some cans, bro. Like,
How are you not dead?
God bless me, bro. I promise you. Shit, about 2015, I almost died of natural causes. You know, I'm blessed to be here now, so why is anything else in life gonna stop me? I was gonna die from my own body giving out on me, you know? So there ain't no like, oh, how am I not dead yet? Like, yeah, I could count, you know, a bunch of other stuff that could have killed me, like, oh yeah, drive-by, ooh, you know, dumb shit, you know?
Yeah.
But like, your own body's just saying like, time for you to check out, and you survive that, you know? In my mind, it was just like, yo, I'm still here, God bless me. I shouldn't have no fear for nothing.
What are some of the doors graffiti has open for you?
I mean, I've had some cool opportunities, you know what I'm saying? I ain't even gonna lie, I be letting the money get in, you know, in between a lot of stuff. I ain't wanna fuck with like the little, Virgil and that Off-White little shit. I was fucking with him, he wanted to fuck with me, and I was just like putting it all off to a hole because I was more focused on like, bro, you just finna pay me or not? Cause I honestly don't give a fuck about fame and this and that. I got shit to take care of. I ain't, you know what I'm saying? If I'll go paint for me just to get whatever feelings I have out of me to go do what I gotta do. But if you want me to do something for you, then honestly, like, I ain't got that energy unless like, all right, fuck it.
How things happen?
He started following me on Instagram, and then one of the homies was like, hey bro, why does this dude follow you? And I'm like, I didn't even know who he was.
Yeah.
I didn't know nothing. I didn't care. Like, it was just like, whatever, you know? And then he told me like, bro, you should try to do something with him and this and that. And I like said, dude, I'm not trying to get robbed by like, you know what I'm saying, like some rich ass people, whatever, you know? And I look back at it now and it's just like, yeah, I probably should have done it, just fuck it, you know, for the opportunity, not. But at the same time, I look at it like, if he had faith in me, why can't I do it myself? You know, fuck it. Missed opportunity doesn't mean nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like, if you got a mind of a real hustler, it ain't nothing, you know? You gonna put it together, and if you can see the vision, then it is what it is. Just put it together and create that shit, you know? VTC, visualize then create.
Any advice for the future generation?
Listen to yourself and just keep doing you, man. There's critics, there's people that don't even, you know? People might tell you you're whack right now, but hey, man, Next year, you know, you keep hitting them books, you keep hitting them sketches, you fuck around, be the rawest motherfucker, bro. Hey, I've been painting for... I joined VTC in 2014, bro. Or, no, 2010. I joined VTC in 2010, and motherfuckers barely starting to recognize my name now, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? And that's in my opinion, you know? Like, just because the past couple years, like, whatever, I've been trying to put in the work. I'm lazy. I don't do this shit. I do it, but I don't do it, you know? I got turned down by crews that don't exist anymore, you know? They telling me that I was whack and like, oh, bro, you still need to practice and this and that. Like, gee, I was looking for a family, you know what I'm saying? Like, I'm trying to get with motherfuckers to teach me something, but motherfuckers was like, oh, no, you gotta be already some sort of motherfucker to be with us. And guess what? Where's your crew at now, bro? Like, I ain't even trying to throw out nobody, but like, bro, honestly, like, where your crew at now, bro? Nowhere. Shout out to the motherfuckers that did try to accept me and this and that. I fucks with y'all, honey, you know what I'm saying? Y'all didn't see the vision, I fucks with y'all. Y'all don't, you know, I ain't gotta throw out no names, but y'all, if y'all ever hear this shit, y'all go remember, you know?
Do you think graffiti's heading in the right direction?
The world is changing. There is no, like, to me, there is no right direction in it.
Yeah.
It's really like, what are you gonna do with it? You know? Mm-hmm. Because it's a matter of what you do with it with yourself, you know? Because it's just expressing yourself. Like, yeah, you know, like, it's a culture within ourselves, but it's just a matter of, like, what are you gonna do with this? Like, what is, you know? Like, yeah, I understand, like, nigga, the people that are pure vandals. 100%. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, shout out the nigga Looney, you know what I'm saying? Shout out the main homie Looney, you know what I'm saying? Like, yo, that is a definition of yo, he's just keeping it on vandalism. Same style. He ain't trying to show you, oh, this, and that. Nah, he's just doing it just for the pure vandalism. Some people are doing it for the art. Some people are doing it for the vandalism. Who ain't true to the game, you know? There's a lot of them, you know? You run across them every once in a while, you know? Like, oh, yeah, y'all here for a year, 2 years, and just gone. Year, y'all smashed it. Great. Y'all built up a name. I mean, whatever, you know, but that's what it is, a matter of perspective. You know, we all found, why am I doing this? We all have to ask ourselves that question at some point. Why am I even doing this? But why you keep doing it is up to you. You know what I'm saying? It's our own world. This is our own world. People don't even understand this world. It's like a third world country in the United States, you know? Yeah. We all know each other. We all done heard of each other. Don't matter what side of the country we on, Midwest, South, East, North. Motherfuckers done heard of each other if you've been putting in the work, you know what I'm saying? So it's cool to network with people around the world and shit. I got homies in Canada, Guatemala, Brazil, you know what I'm saying? Like Mexico, like LA, New York, Miami. Shit, it's dope, you know? Like, it's dope to meet people around the world, you know what I'm saying? If you're looking beyond, like, if you're trying to look at it from, oh, what can I do with this? You know, if you look at your history within graph, like, if you ain't ever looked at the history in graph, like, oh, shit, you know, what is you doing? You gotta know your history in it too, you know? Who are the legends? Who are this? Who are the innovators, you know, the pushers, the ones that are like, yo, we're pushing this shit to the next level, you know what I'm saying? Because if you can remember back, hey, when, not you, neither you or me could look back and be like, oh yeah, I remember when tagging was just tagging. Like, nah, dude, we don't even know that. Like, for all we know, motherfuckers was doing the corniest fucking bullshit tags just to, all right, I'm just getting my name across the, you know what I'm saying? Because graph was based off of what? This is a graph history lesson, right? Yeah. This is a life history lesson, graph history lesson. Bro, graph was, you know what I'm saying, brought to the world, what, in the 70s, before social media, before anything. You really had to be up in the streets for motherfuckers to know you, you know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, I done seen your name everywhere, this, and that. I done seen you up south, out north, out east, out west, dude, I done seen, you know what I'm saying? So, to now, it's like, where is it getting pushed to? It's like, bro, you'll find a dude that didn't practice on sketchbooks for a year, right? Find a low-key spot that like, oh, fuck it, in his hometown that's a fuck Egypt, no fucking where, like, there's no graph, no city, no nothing. But you just found a clean spot. Hey, dude, you quick little Instagram, TikTok, whatever, you know what I'm saying? And motherfuckers is out here getting fucking whatever thousands of views just because of the label.
That is wild, bro. That is wild. And some people have been working their ass off in the streets, you know?
Yes.
Running from the cops, running from the ops. and some motherfuckers just create a piece of art, label it as graffiti, and they just want to run with it.
You know, like, yo, hey, I ain't gonna sit here and play like, hey, bro, I wasn't one of them kids that, you know, used to look up on YouTube, oh, how to do graffiti. After I discovered what graffiti was, like, yo, how do you do graffiti letters? Or, oh, you know what I'm saying? All these graph videos, and to be like, bam, what the fuck? Like, bro, and when you drop your first graph video, you're like, bro, I'm a real, you know, I'm someone that really be doing shit. And you don't even get the same amount of shit. It's like, all right, whatever, you know what I'm saying? I be feeling like one of them rappers. It's like, yo, I'm one of them real rappers, dog. I really be rapping what I be talking about. And motherfucker, you know what I'm saying? They gon' buy the motherfucker that ain't even it.
Do you have any quote or phrase you go by?
Shit, probably just go big or go home. For the young guys, graph is not only life. Go get your money up and get right, because guess what? If you get locked up for some motherfucking graph and you ain't got no paper, guess what? You can't go out and keep doing graph. Get you some paper, get you some lawyer money, you get bugged, woo, you be alright, man. You know, that lawyer, you know, you got you a good lawyer, you gon', hey, that shit finna be thrown the fuck out, man. I promise you on baby, man, you gonna be happy as hell. You got hustling and the art, man, you gonna keep doing that shit and, you know, you're gonna be alright.